colleagues on the County Commission, I signed a proclamation declaring a state of local disaster. This proclamation will be in effect for 7 days, and what this does is it allows Sedgwick County to ask for additional state resources to deal with this fire here at Evergreen Recycling. The goal here, and we're going to have some people that can share a little bit about what we're trying to do from the fire perspective, but the goal is containment and safety. And it's in our view, with worsening weather conditions, with wind and heat, that goal of containment and safety is becoming more challenged by the day. So that's what led to the proclamation and our request for state resources. I want to introduce to you our Fire Marshal of Sedgwick County, Brad Crisp. He can tell you a little bit more about this specific situation and what they're doing to help combat this fire.
Thank you, Chairman Beatty. Brad Crisp, CRISP as in Paul, Sedgwick County Fire Marshal. So our attention continues to be on containing the fires as they're burning right now. Our hope is to keep them from spreading, especially to the north. That's really a challenge right now with the wind blowing the direction and the velocity that it is. But so far we're holding it at a fire break that we have towards the north end. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some of those assets from the state through the Air National Guard. They've talked about bringing some helicopters down that have buckets on them that can carry 500 to 600 gallons of water, and we'll be able to strategically drop water in areas where our firefighters cannot reach. There's an incredible amount of heat that is being generated in there, so we can only get our apparatus and our personnel so close, and so the use of those helicopters could really help us keep this contained tomorrow. The wind conditions tomorrow are going to be again out of the south, and then we're worried also about Wednesday because it's going to switch directions and come out of the north, and we want to continue to protect the structures and the rest of the property that are on site. We continue to rotate our crews on 4-hour rotations. We just set up a tent thanks to the South Central Kansas Healthcare Coalition for rehabilitation. It's an air-conditioned tent, and I am going to offer to let you guys take a look at that when we get done here this afternoon. I would ask that our neighbors to the north and northeast continue to pay attention to the conditions. If they see something, say something. It's okay. We're going to be out in the area. We're going to be driving around to check things out. The conditions today are different than they were 2 years ago in October. It was really dry, stagnant grasses and whatnot then. It's green and it's lush right now. We've drove through the area several times. The conditions are very stable over there, but we still want them to pay attention, and we'll still be driving through the area as well. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I guess kind of talking about just the businesses and residents. Are you guys trying to reach out to them as well, going door to door, just letting them know?
Yes. So like I said, we've drove through the neighborhood over there several times. We've talked to several of the neighbors to let them know what we're doing and why we're doing it. The businesses to the north are actually helping us, along with the Evergreen Recycling LLC owners and employees are helping us move debris and move pallets. The businesses to the north have stake in that as well. They've been helping with heavy equipment. It's really been a bunch of neighbors coming together to help their neighbors out, and we really appreciate their efforts.
Has the fire continued to expand north since this morning?
Yeah, it's moved north significantly from when it was called in last night. It's continued to creep north because of the wind. We do feel like we've got a pretty good stop on a fire line up there. But we've seen it jump a 50-foot fire line break already, and we want to keep it from doing that again.
How close is that line to the businesses?
The businesses are probably another 150 yards, but there's another big stack of lumber up there that we really don't want to catch on fire because that would jeopardize those businesses to the north.
Has the business made any changes since 2 years ago to make this fire more manageable?
It has. We worked with the business owner now going on 18 months. He has really done a lot to put in fire breaks. He actually made the fire breaks wider than what the fire code requires. He also reduced the pile size height, which has really helped us out. But when you have this volume of debris, when you have this volume of fuel and a fire and windy, hot conditions like this, it's really all we could do to just keep it contained. They have been very helpful, and they've done everything we've asked them to do. Cool. Any other questions? Would you like to make a statement?
Yeah.
Or Cody is also available for answering questions with emergency management as well.
Do you want me to take the microphone? Please. Thank you, sir. And Dana, you might give your name and title for them. Sure. You want me to spell it too?
Yes.
Sure. That's as good as it gets.
Okay.
There you go.
Dana Walden, DANAWALDEN. I'm the Assistant City Administrator for the City of Park City. Okay. Sure. So the role of the city is to support Sedgwick County fire efforts, and we really feel very confident that we have an adequate water supply. When the city first heard about this fire, what we did is we contacted the Chisholm Creek Utility Authority. That's the water provider for the City of Park City. They have been and will continue to maintain the water pressure, and we have additional pumps if we need to. So we're pretty confident that we have the adequate water supply. Do you have any questions? Quick and easy. Thank you.
One take.
Cody?
Cody Sharvett is here from Emergency Management. If you have questions for him, he really has been instrumental in securing the state resources.
But not securing the mic.
Here,
I got it.
you got it? There.
All right, Cody Sharvett, CODY, CHARVAT, Deputy Director of Sedgwick County Emergency Management. Don't really have a statement, just if you guys had any questions for the
Just kind
emergency.
of coordinating with the National Guard and things like that. Just kind of talk about what that takes from a county standpoint.
Right, so as the Commissioner led off with, we have a disaster declaration, and that's the big piece that's needed to get things moving with the state. We contacted them earlier today at the request of County Fire to ask if air assets would be available, and they said yes, they would. We'll be getting them free of charge, and it took a disaster declaration to do that. So we were behind the coordinating piece of that.
How soon do you expect additional relief to be available?
I haven't talked to the fire marshal for the state. I don't know what assets, if any, they're going to send. I do know that the helicopters are expected to leave Salina tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and it'll be about a 40-minute flight time before they're down here. They'll have to dip water and then return to the scene. All right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And then Brad Chris will lead you back and let you get video of the rehab tent.
We'll take
Oh,
you
there
over.
you are.
I'm behind you.